All right. So I want to ask you a question. What do you think sales is? Do you think it's pushing your product on someone? Do you think it is trying to convince someone to do something you want? Well, let me tell you something. You are very wrong. And it's okay because I was there too. So, what is sales actually? Sales is about storytelling. And I'm sure you've heard this so many times from so many people. And you're like, what the frick is storytelling? And why does someone keep telling me to tell a story? This is not bedtime. But storytelling actually is about how you represent yourself. An example I like to use is if you're going on a first date, you're gonna dress your best, smell your best, wear and feel your best, right? You're excited and you're showcasing, your best assets before you talk to the person or see the person and, on the date all throughout, hopefully. Huh. Um, but then when you go to a grocery store and you're buying, your groceries for the week, you're not gonna wear that red dress and high heels and, put the face full of makeup on. No, you're probably gonna wear something comfortable, wear your shoes, maybe sweats even, you know. How you're choosing to represent yourself in different settings is the story that you're telling, except that it's not visual, it's auditory. So, um, why did you start your business? Who are you in relation to your business? How did the, infancy and the beginnings, very start of your business actually begin? And how you um, say it out loud, what you choose, what details or no details, what tone of voice you choose to use, etc., all comes part of the story, or all becomes part of the story. So if I tell you once upon a time, I was a translator, I wanted to go into sales because I had worked, some hours here and there when I was doing my bachelor's degree, and now I'm a sales leader. You're like, okay, so what? Who the hell cares? But if I tell you that, I was really struggling financially when I was a translator, I did, freelancing, I published a novel, but I just wanted more money. And I knew that I didn't want to sit behind a screen all day and just um, serve others hiding behind the screen. It just felt like hiding to me, to be honest. Felt really isolated, and I really wanted to have a job where I can put my best foot forward and showcase who I am, not just through the work that gets presented, but through me as a person. And I had, the experience with sales, but, imposter syndrome kept coming in. It's like, who are you to go into sales? You know nothing. But I decided to take a bet on myself, and it was one of the best decisions I've ever made in my life. And 9 years uh, forward, or how do you say? Sometimes I stumble on my words, so apologies if some things don't make sense. Just as part of who I am. But now fast forward 9 years, and here I am, like working at one of the biggest SaaS companies out in the tech world. And I love coaching people. I've seen so many lives being transformed just by the way that I am able to take someone who doesn't believe in themselves and show them how to sell, so show them how to serve, and it just takes a complete 180, and next thing you know, people are getting promoted, they've made income in a way that they never thought possible. They get recognized for awards and promotions, and increase in salaries in ways that they've never seen before. Their products get marketed. They suddenly have the inspiration and motivation that they never had, that they haven't gotten since they were, in early in their adulthood. That's a story, right? Um, it's transformative. So that's what I mean. I'll talk more about this afterwards. So the other part of it, or the other piece of it, is authentic selling. It comes with serving, right? If you are, let's say, a waiter, right, and you're in this, like, let's say the Ritz-Carlton, and you are waiting on tables or waiting on tables, let's say waiting on tables, and you're like, damn, like this is a hard job. I don't like I'm here. Let's say when you originally like applied, you're like, I just want to talk to people, make fun jokes, practice my charisma, and get tips. It's open-ended, blah blah blah. That's how you applied. That's the mindset you used when you applied. And then when you came to the job itself, you're like, God damn it, like it's so crowded, no one talks to me. I don't really, care anymore. I'll just serve and, you're miserable. You know what's funny? That's how usually things begin, right? Motivation, everyone's really motivated to begin their business. They're like, let's effing go. I can do this. Maybe they join a boot camp and they're like, let's go. We're gonna be successful at this. I can do this. And then 3, 4, 5 weeks pass by and then they're like, yeah, I don't think this is for me, or it didn't work out, or why are people not paying me, yada, yada, yada. So, how you serve and what attitude you take with it, and how you showcase who you are, and the mindset that you have when you are thinking about the second piece, which is authentic selling and serving, is very, very important because it genuinely can make or break who you are as a business owner, what your business does, how you expand, how you grow, all of that stuff. So, we're going to be talking about this. And by the way, I forgot to say there is a workbook that accompanies this course. It is on my website. It's $20, I think. So, if you want to take notes, feel free to grab a pen and paper. If you want the workbook, feel free to grab that. I put in the workbook together because as a per as like myself, I like to write things down, and I like to be guided a little bit more than just be talked to or at. Hopefully, I'm not talking at you. I'm talking to you, and this is very valuable to you. So just a couple of things to mention is like you can grab the workbook, or you can grab a pen and paper and just take notes. If something comes up and you're like, hell yeah, put it in the comments. I want to hear what you guys are um, thinking about and reflecting on as we're going through this course. So this is it for this slide. Let's move on to the next video.